Dealer man, Carbo man, do whatever a dealer can. Spin a deal any size, you got good stuff they will buy. Look out, Snyder and Carbo man. Comic art, comic books too. They've got lots of collectibles, old and new. At the shop or a show or two, got stuff to sell, they'll come to you. Hey there, there go the dealer man. It's a thrill to buy all neat stuff day or night. The expertise is high, but the price is just right. Snyder man, Carbo man, friendly neighborhood dealer man. Got the comics you're looking for, making you happy is their reward. Look out, you never know what sprang up. Comics and art to hang up. Snyder and Carbo man.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's getting there.
That's our new theme song. It's by the inimitable Chris Palmerini.
I should be ready in about
soundtrack.
6 years, yes.
And your lead of the Dead Elvi, that's the house band, a Chiller, Kevin show. Hey, wait a minute. What do we got going through the time tunnel? There's something coming through the time tunnel. Oh, wait a minute. It's the time tunnel.
Live from Secaucus, New Jersey, selling heroes.
Yeah.
It's Mike.
Wait a minute. The time tunnel has come back from 1970 something.
I'm not actually Mike. Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Wait a minute. It's
Holy
Mike
moly.
from back in the day.
Look at that.
Whoa.
Look at that hair.
Did a close up of that.
Cow.
Here, let me show
I
it.
just like that
Close-up
suit.
camera.
So that's cool. Mike is actually on location right now. He's doing a big deal out on the West Coast, so he couldn't be with us today. So this is our special Keep Calm, Keep Collecting episode,
Yes.
as opposed to the Don't
Keep
Keep Calm and Keep Collecting episode.
Don't keep calm.
This is super cool picture of Mike
at
from
him.
1974, which my son just imitated. And now we have our special guest version of Yoda with the hair.
Yay. Yoda.
Awesome. So
You'll
Mike
stand
is
in for
actually
Mike.
going to do a call in a little bit later, and we're going to talk about some stuff then and what's going on with him. One of the cool things that happened this week, and we got to highlight, is that Jamie Foxx, Academy Award-winning actor, is going to be the next Spawn. So that is cool. So we're going to be giving away a couple, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 issues of Spawn, if I can think of the right trivia questions. All right, well, let's start with one right now. How about, what is Spawn's real name in civilian life before he became Spawn? The first person,
Before he became Spawn.
Jamie Foxx?
no. No, the character from the comic book guy.
I'm gonna
All
put
right,
this on
well,
the
we'll
background.
see. Yeah, we'll see who. Actually, here, honey, there's 3 of them to
Three
give
of them
away.
To give away.
And then this is a
Spawn number
really
one.
special
Wow.
one. This was a retailer incentive about 5-6 years after it came out, but it's really hard to get book. It's a variant, and it's signed by Todd McFarlane, but I'm only giving away that for $500. Okay.
Sounds like a deal.
So it's a deal.
Okay.
All right. So that's still okay. Albert Simmons. Who is Albert Simmons? Michael J. White. Ha! That's funny. So Owner gets the copy of Spawn 1, the first one, and we're going to think of some other.
Congratulations.
We're going to think of some other.
Oh, nerd, this is yours. We got 2 more to go.
Okay. This is something cool that came in this week. I want to highlight. It's a great action page from Luke Cage 5, and it's done by George Tuska and Billy Graham. Now, Billy Graham was an African-American artist that was hired to really give the feel of, I guess, Luke Cage. And because he lived in Harlem and all the action happened in Harlem, there's a lot of black characters, so they wanted some realistic stuff and from him. So that was great artist. So that came in this week, and that's
a really great
$2,800.
That's a beautiful page.
Wow.
Yeah, these are hard to come by.
Good.
Yeah.
So,
I think there's a few people that have most of the pages
right?
from that. Yeah.
What else do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about the movies that we saw this past week?
What did you see?
Well, we saw.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We saw Solo.
Solo.
What did you think, honey?
I liked a lot of the I like Chewbacca. I like that part.
You
a
like
lot.
Chewbacca. See, that's a Star Wars fan. It's like, what do you like about Star Wars?
the introduction
I like
with him,
Chewbacca. And then, you know,
was
or I like
interesting how they met.
Yoda or something like that.
No, how Solo and
See,
Chewie met.
I like Star Trek because it was an ideal version of the future where we all get along and we just have to deal with like evil aliens. But you know, we were all getting along on the Enterprise, so that's fun. Yeah, but Star Wars actually didn't do that well.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the lowest opening in the history of Star Wars movies, and we went Monday, Memorial Day. And the theater was literally only about half full, right?
Easy to get tickets. I was worried.
And it just opened. Yeah.
Yeah, that's opening Memorial Day weekend. That's the big opening. I mean, you can't give a better opening for a movie. I think there's a lot of like, you know, people still even going to Avengers and Deadpool that like heard it. And then the real Star Wars fans kind of trashed it a little bit.
Is there any toys out for that yet? Or
yeah, I don't know. The Toys R Us closed next to us, so I'm not sure what toys
That
are
makes
out.
me so sad.
Yeah.
Such
yeah.
a
Well, for me, all the record
good
stores are
memory.
gone.
Yeah, that's
Right?
Yeah, now the toy stores. Bookstores are next.
No, I think you know I think Barnes and Noble will get some action from Toys R Us being out because they have a big
little
toy
toy
section.
They have a lot of
Yeah.
they have really cool
Yeah.
toys, collectible
Yeah.
toys.
So we have a couple things coming in today. We have a sports card deal, and we have we're going to have Sharon talking to our favorite cosplayer, Shannon Miller, my store manager and
so fun.
assistant business person.
Yay!
Assistant, yay, Shan.
Woo!
And she has a couple of her critters with her, but I don't know. Are we bringing those on too?
I think we
Critter?
should.
Are we going to have Critter Corner?
Let's have a critter,
Critter Corner?
Cosplay critter corner.
Yeah.
Cosplay / critter corner.
Will you touch that snake?
I
Anthony?
will not.
No, I don't think
No.
I would either, actually.
You'd have to pay me. So,
Yeah.
But since I'm the money man, who's going to pay me? Nobody
true.
pays me. I got to pay myself. Okay.
You're the boss man.
So, now, do we want to go to the sports card deal?
I say yes.
I think that would be a great idea.
Do we have the sports card guy available and ready? Do you want to bring your sports cards in? All right.
Come on
So.
in.
So here we have Connolly, who's my sports card and comic manager at the business, Anthony'sComicBookArt.com.
Welcome, Connolly.
Yay!
Yay!
And now we have Adam, who's in disguise as the actual producer of this show, but let's not talk about that.
We're just not going to talk about it.
Yay! So tell us what you brought in today, Adam.
All right, so we'll start with the Derek Jeter 93 Upper Deck SP foil rookie cards.
Okay.
There's two of them in there. There's also a Chipper Jones rookie from the same set.
Okay, I'm just going to take out my out and
Yep.
look at conditions real quick.
So they just went down a whole grade.
Really? Because I wanted to show them to the close-up
can't touch
camera,
them.
but I
You
can't,
can't touch them,
Okay,
no.
sorry,
Yeah, they'll
everybody.
absorb a fingerprint in about 10 seconds.
Do you
I'm
want
not
something to
touching
put them in? You want a bag to put them in at least?
You need top loaders and soft sleeves.
Yeah.
I have
Just leave
a,
them like
a
this.
quick trivia to
Yeah.
my father. This was before he got the job on the show on CBS. He was about 55 when he got that job on CBS, and I'm 54. So Take that, Dad.
Well,
That was my Jimmy the Greek joke for the day. Okay, so let's get back to the cards.
Okay, so the 93 SP Jeter, there was a PSA 10 that just sold recently for $100,000
Wow.
for that card.
holy mackerel.
Now, granted, there's only about 20 of them in the world.
Right.
So a PSA 9 goes drastically down. Raws, they're about a $150, $200 card. If you want to give these a Shannon.
Yeah, I can show him.
Yeah.
Maybe you can see him.
Yeah, but you gotta just show them in the thing. There it is.
There you go.
Now that's the actual rookie. Is this the best one?
Yeah, it's his best
Obviously,
regular issue rookie.
$100,000. That's the best one.
Yes.
I know there's another one where he's just like playing catch in spring training. It doesn't look very good. That card. What was that one?
The upper deck one?
Yeah, that's the upper deck one.
Yeah, the
Okay.
tops one doesn't look great either. It's like a green background with his image on it. I'm not a big fan of it. That's my favorite though. It's kind of
So,
similar, but that's still my
That's
favorite.
95.
93.
That's 93.
Yes.
Okay.
He was drafted in 92.
All right.
So what else do you have here?
So here are the actual packs of the 93 Upper Deck SP cards, and there's 13 packs right here.
Okay. So these packs, they retail for about $50 to $75 a pack. The 13 packs there was a 24-pack box on these. There's 13 of them. It's most of it's over a little bit over half of a box. These we'd definitely be interested in as far as buying. What else do you have there?
So there are. These are from my brother. These are
Yes.
these are Steve Eiersman. I guess is it rookie?
O-Pee-Chee,
Yeah, O-Pee-Chee.
You could tell because O-Pee-Chees always usually have a rough cut, and they have a very solid white back, whereas the tops ones had a cardboard back, which were, much better cut. I swear they use like butter knives to cut these cards because the borders usually are very chipped.
Rough, really.
Yeah, really rough cut, and the imagery is a little worse.
Well,
but they're a lot
year
more
is this?
valuable. 84.
All right, I'm not a hockey guy, but I never even heard of Steve Eiersman.
Eiersman? Is a whole
Eiersman?
favorite for
Okay.
Steve Eiersman.
Eiersman?
You really have.
Eiersman?
Let's see. These three.
Okay,
these three
break out
cards.
the good stuff, Adam.
Yeah,
Come on.
All right,
I know
let's
you
go with
brought something good.
let's go with a Mickey Mantle,
What you got?
19. I think it was 1966 tops.
Yep.
Oh,
This is a
someone
double
said
print.
collecting rookie cards seems like a good investment. Oh, nerd.
Oh, yeah.
It does. It does. But in today's day and age, companies have so many different rookies out there that there's 30 different LeBron James rookies. There's 30 different Kobe Bryant rookies. Players like that. So you have to find the right one to buy. As far as
So there's a lot of
investability.
speculation with the current new
Always,
rookie type
every
stuff.
year. That's what keeps this industry going. Is
So
the
what's
speculators.
the hottest rookie right now? Is like Judge from the Yankees type
Gleyber
thing.
Torres. Gleyber Torres. from the
Gleyber
Yankees,
Torres.
yes.
Okay. So which version of him is the best?
Right now they're still coming out. But
Oh,
the
they're still coming out.
The Bowman Chrome draft right now I think will be the best as far as everything, when everything's said and done.
And then people speculate and buy boxes and cases of those and see what's up.
Yeah.
And wait for them to hit and then do the openings and then try to sell those singles. Is that?
Yes, yeah.
Is that
They'll do mass box openings. Like there's companies that'll open 100 cases of Bowman Chrome baseball just to try to get all the good rookies and then segregate them out. But everybody speculates on everything when it comes to Bowman Chrome and Bowman Chrome draft.
Okay, so is that the same thing, or is SP a different version?
SP was they had Bowman out at that time. No, Bowman came out a little bit later, but no, Bowman came out right before this. In 1989, they reissued Bowman with the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie. They were oversized. They were okay, but in '92, Bowman came out, and that's when it really spiked everything because it was a very large set. It came out. That was like the Mariano Rivera rookie. You had the Carlos Delgado rookie in that set. Mike Piazza was the big card in that set. It was amazing.
Okay.
What you have in your hand there. Is
Yeah,
that-
well, I like this guy because I'm not a lifelong Yankee fan, but I mean we moved from Nevada to the East Coast when my dad got the job at CBS. Right during that Yankees-Dodgers World Series back-to-back. So it was like a transition. I grew up a Dodger fan, listened to Vin Scully, and that was my favorite team ever. And then, like, I watched those series and went to those games, and actually we sat in, like, Mr. Steinbrenner's owner's box, I remember, a couple times, and saw that you know, Reggie hit 3 home runs and all that. So that kind of was my transition to being a Yankee fan. But I never, you know, I wasn't a Mickey Mantle fan until, like, our family apartment was right below where Mickey Mantle's was, and we'd go there for dinner all the time and see him. Cool. He would sign stuff. He would sign napkins for people. He'd sign everything.
That's neat. I didn't know that.
I had that card when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Probably put it on my spokes. Yeah. Spokes of my bike.
Spokes? Oh my God, we just talked about that. Yeah, those spokes of the bike cards getting destroyed. Yeah, they were a great sound effect.
Probably had like
now it's a $500 sound effect, right?
I probably had 3 or 4 of them. Yeah.
Oh.
How much is this one worth?
Yeah.
This one, in this condition, it's probably like 100 to 150. It's a double printed card, this card in particular. In other words, on a print sheet, there'd be one of everybody, but there'd be 2 of him. There's like a whole row. Just by popularity, they would double print him, or no, it happens.
It was just a set.
It was just that particular
just the way
set had double print.
The series was cut by the sheet. Yeah.
Well, interestingly enough, the 52 Topps Mantle is also a double print. So that's the most expensive baseball card almost in the world now. And there was 2 of those to every other regular card in the set, the high series set.
Well, just by his popularity.
Yeah. So this one's probably like 100, 125 in the condition.
Okay, I got another one. Let's be quick. I guess you guys can Google this one. What was Mickey Mantle's hometown? For a Spawn 1.
For a Spawn again.
Ooh. Here we go. Okay. That was a good one.
Mickey Mantle's hometown.
Who can look it up the fastest? All right, we're waiting.
Disneyland.
Here's another Mantle.
All right, you got a 59 Mantle.
Come on, who's got the answer?
I love this set in particular.
Oklahoma?
So I actually collected
not Oklahoma, but
complete set of.
It's a border state.
China?
He was not Chinese, but he could eat with chopsticks with both hands. That's why he was. No, he was not from New York. Come on.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. This is way off. Russia. No, he's not Russian. He was not a spy in 1955. What was his rookie year?
At least we're not sure.
51.
51, right?
This is
all right. Oh, this is an earlier Mickey Mantle, right?
59 Topps Mickey Mantle.
Oh.
Kind of nice shape.
That's really neat.
Kentucky, somebody said.
Kentucky?
Now, 51, it says he split the year with New York and Kansas City. What was that about?
Kansas City was minor league.
Oh, he didn't spend the whole year in the majors in 51? Wow.
No.
That's weird. I did not know that.
What do you got up there? Kentucky?
Okay,
what
people
else?
are guessing countries. He's from the United States, and it's a
You wanted to know the hometown.
It's a border
right?
state with Oklahoma. That's not that hard.
Didn't you want to have the hometown though? No.
Okay,
Just the
hometown.
state? I thought it was the hometown.
Yeah, let's go hometown.
I don't want to make it that easy.
Oh, isn't he handsome?
I just noticed.
Do you have any Joe DiMaggio stuff? Because I have a Joe DiMaggio story.
The only other Yankee I have here is Whitey Ford.
Okay, Whitey Ford.
What does that say? Oklahoma's.
No.
Banabal.
No. Okay.
No.
All right, what else we got? We got
a Whitey Ford.
That's a cool one.
See, in this year they produced cards a little larger too. They did that with a couple sets. So
that's not just a big border?
No. In 54 they did that. In 55 they did that. They had like the wider border.
Oh,
cards.
here's another one. What's Whitey Ford's real name?
Whitey.
Nope. And that's not us being Roseanne Barish.
Oh, God.
Okay, so what do we got, guys? We got a deal we can do here?
This was just one more, just to show.
Yeah, well,
it's kind of beat up.
Actually, so this was like a bike in the spokes card because it has like the.
Somebody said Winston.
Creasing.
Nope, we got a winner of that, but he's okay. Wait a minute.
What happened?
That's my sister. Hi, Stephanie. Yeah, you were right.
Stephanie!
Okay. Yeah, and Edward Ford. All right. There it goes. So David Arnold, who was our first deal of the day on episode 1, is chatting in from LA, I think. And he's got Edward Ford. He looked it up the fastest. Okay, so what do we got? Do we have a deal?
We have one more card you got to show. This one's actually a classic card because it's Mantle and Yogi Berra.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. It's an earlier
That
one.
one
They did,
looks like it could
all-star
have taken
cards.
some spoke damage.
Yep.
What is
Yep.
that? Oh.
Yep, that's what.
That's
I
exactly
think that was
see.
mine.
the big crease across
Yankees
the top.
power hitters, Mantle and Barra.
All right, so let's finish this, and then we're going to try to talk to Mike from the West Coast. He's
So-
going to call in.
Now, with these cards, what are you looking to get, or what do you want to sell? What don't you want to sell?
Well, I think I would sell the probably sell the Whitey Ford.
Okay.
I would sell the Jeters,
Okay.
and I got to think about the Mantle. These this other one's my brother's. I know he
Sure.
said he would probably sell those, the Steve
The
Eiserman.
Eisermans? Okay.
And if he wants to run up here right now and make a deal on these unopened packs,
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Can't you, but don't
he's
you have
got a-
power of attorney?
I don't know. I will
You're the
well, to,
older
to
brother.
a certain point.
So this
like,
one, that's a
have to ask
keeper.
my
Yeah,
wife.
this is a
that?
keeper. Right? This
Ask
is
my
more
brother.
of just a
Nostalgia
Yeah,
thing
nostalgia
for-
one. Yeah.
That's what all this.
Plus,
Everything
I don't
we
think
do
this
is
is really
nostalgia.
worth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth a ton. It's definitely cool though.
Just
All right,
let me
let's-
finish the baseball first.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we got, guys? Are we
Let's
going to
put
do
these
this?
aside.
Or are
We
we
got
going to
the Jeter rookies, the
of
Whitey
those.
Ford.
Mm-hmm.
I might part with this one.
Okay.
So.
All right,
let's
so
see.
let's make him an offer
the
that
Eiserman.
he
And the
can
Eisermans,
refuse.
Yeah, that would be a separate.
That he can refuse? Sure.
Yeah.
$10. No. Okay.
Nice.
So for these, I'd be I'd be comfortable giving $350 for these. For the two
For,
Jeters,
for
the
the two
Mantle, and
Jeters.
these.
What about the Jeter packs? Jeter!
So we'll take the Whitey Ford off
Jeter.
the table.
No, it's for these. It's what you have here.
Oh, for those?
It's
Okay.
those, and these.
But not this?
Cheetah.
Do we want to do some special openings of these? Or do we keep those closed if we
I
buy
would
them?
keep them sealed.
Oh,
for
come on,
prosperity.
open them.
All
Yeah.
right, well, open them.
Buy them and open them.
All right, so what do we got? $350 there?
Yeah.
Then what can we pay a pack on these?
They're about 50 to 60 a pack.
Really?
I offered 35 a pack for them.
How about 40? We can do
Where's,
40 for the guys that work on the show.
All right,
Should I
where's
do this?
Brian? So
Come on, get
me
the
see
thumbs
if
up from Brian, and then we'll do 40 for what? 40 for
13
80.
I like that song.
How many?
13 packs.
Ooh, 30.
520
520.
and 350. It's 870.
All right, so are we doing 350 on these?
Wait, you're including the Eiserman for the three?
well, do you want to? Well, hold on, Brian. Hold on, Brian. Let's do this
All right,
first.
this
Let's do
is
one.
brotherly stuff.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing on these? Come on.
Give me
Yeah,
the
let's-
price per pack. What-
40. It was
40?
40.
He went to 40 for you. We started at 35.
I'll sell 3 of them.
Three of
I'm
them?
taking 3. I want to hold on to a few more, so.
All right, 3 at 40.
Pick
How
three,
much at
whichever three you
42? How many at 42 can I get?
I'll sell three for 40 each. You pick which 3. And
I don't know how to pick. I don't know. How many for 45 then?
We got the owner wants us to open them on TV.
I don't know. Well, we might try to do that, but we got Mike on the line, so we want to move on with this.
See,
Oh,
with
we
the,
gotta
in the
open
packs,
one.
you get one of these per pack. One of the foil prospects
scared
per
me.
pack.
Everything is scaring me.
Everything's pop color.
Ah!
So you'll get one of these foil prospects
Oh,
per
they're
pack.
really? There's. Oh, I thought these were rare. There's one of them per pack?
No.
No.
There's not one Jeter per pack. There's
Oh.
one foil prospect. There's like 40 different
Oh,
prospects.
foil prospect. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's cool.
Well, Adam, you pulled in what, 2 a box?
Yeah.
Yeah, about
Yeah,
2 a
it's-
box.
Well, they're either
so
0 or
13.
you can get 1. Or you
All
can
All right,
get
so
3.
odds are there's 1 in here. It's about half a case.
Half a
So,
box.
yeah. All right. So what do you want to do? You just want to sell, how many at 45?
It's like an earthquake in here.
Earthquake.
You really want to buy the whole amount, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
can't
easier.
reach up that.
Brian, I think you should do it.
How about the whole stack at 45?
Steak.
45 per? Is that, okay, sure.
Okay.
45 a pack, all of them, yeah, I'll do it.
All right, so that, and then are we doing this at 350?
Not the Eisermans.
Not the Eisermans.
What do you want? Well,
Give
without the
me a
Eisermans.
price on the Eisermans.
I don't think Anthony cares
What
about
about without the Eisermans?
He
What do you
doesn't even
want
know
for
who
this
he
stuff?
is.
Oh, well, those are Adam, those are yours.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
rest of them. So it's up to you. I'm not
So
selling
there's
my
two. There's 2
Mantle.
Jeters in here.
And
I
there's-
do them.
Why don't we just do 3? Be nice about it.
Wait, Adam, is that my mantle or your mantle?
No, this is mine. This
Okay. You want to sell your mantle? You want to sell your mantle?
Well, I'm keeping this other one here, so.
Yeah, well, that's.
Yeah, I'll go 300.
You want to do 3 on that? Okay.
All right.
So we'll do 3 on that?
3 and then 45 a pack on
Wait,
those.
how much are you paying for the Jeters? The 2 Jeters?
It's the 2 Jeters, the Mantle, and the Ford for 300.
Oh.
That's
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think it's low. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't sell the Mantle because it's kind of
Well,
like
that's like-
sentimental-wise.
Well, that's why I was
wouldn't
keeping
sell
this mantle over
Yeah,
here.
but that's like the garbage Mantle. You know, I personally.
Garbage Mantle!
You know, these were the Mantles were our father's cards. He
Yeah.
then sold them to his. Oh no, sorry. He gave them to his.
All right, so there's sentimental
and then
value.
he bought them back years later
keep
when
the
we were
Mantle.
collecting. So that's why I don't want to sell my
We're not
Mantle.
pushers.
Okay, I'm just trying to finish up this card deal, and then are you calling in on the other
Well, I
one?
definitely want to sell the Jeters, so.
Okay, the Ford too. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ford really.
I don't
Just a
want to pay
second.
more than 100 on the Jeters because the one has some
No,
damage.
you have to
The
call
top
into
one
the other
doesn't.
line.
Really. So I'd be comfortable paying like 2 for that.
Okay, hold on.
I was paying 100 on the Mantle.
Here, talk to Mike.
Uh,
He needs the line to
all
call
right, let's
in.
do that. Let's do 200.
200 in those? That's perfect.
All right.
So we
All
came
right.
up with a deal. This
Who
is
was
going to be
that guy?
200 for the 2 Jeters.
200 for that?
And the Whitey Ford. And then 45 a pack on those.
Okay.
That works.
All
for
right,
me.
cool.
We did it.
Very good.
All
All
right.
right, so money gun time. Where's the money
Thank
gun?
you. Here's the money gun.
Oh!
Hey!
Not the right kind of money this time. I forgot to load it.
We'll get you the real money. Don't
So when we
worry.
didn't do that
All right,
super
cool.
slow-mo.
All this in like.
You got blasted with that. Great.
All right.
These.
That's fun. Don't worry. I'll
Roll
clean it up
out
later.
the barrel.
All right.
All
We'll
right, cool.
have a
Cool.
barrel of fun. Hey, roll out the barrel.
All right,
Well,
cool.
what else you gonna
All
sell?
right, thank you, Connolly. Now try to get
welcome.
back
Bye,
to the
guys.
warehouse and do some pull-ups.
Wait!
Go home. Get back to work.
Thank you.
Oh, come on.
Back to work.
No high five.
Oh,
Try to get back to work. All right.
Yes!
Thank you, guys.
Yay.
Now, another couple things I wanted to highlight for today, like we're still buying Walking Dead
That was
stuff.
funny.
This came in this week. This is the first Governor, 9.8. And that's the highest graded you'll ever get, really. So that's zombie horror stuff. Then we got some great
It's awesome.
hero stuff. We got to, all right, put that on the rack, honey.
I want to do a
Racket.
close-up first.
Racket,
Rack.
racket.
Some racket you got going.
Is Mike on the line? Yay.
Yippee.
So now we have the first Wolverine.
That one.
Okay, great. So now we have the first Wolverine, but somebody cut out the Marvel value stamp. Now that affects it, you know, that hurts it. But
Hurts
I
the-
cut out all my Marvel value stamp. I know there's a Hulk 181 that I destroyed. What are you doing?
I want to show it.
Okay. So that's the great first issue, first appearance, hero stuff that we're buying and selling. And even to this, like early humor, early Archie stuff. Archie's come up now since the show Riverdale has done well, and people are interested in Archie stuff. So that's a classic
I love
Archie.
Archie stuff.
That's a Archie 14.
I love Archie stuff.
And
My
there's
dad loves
Betty
Archie
and
stuff.
Veronica that don't really look a lot alike like they do today, but that's cool. I remember Veronica's mom, I mean, a girl came up to me and said she was had that haircut and said, "Hey, I'm such and such." I forgot her name, but my mom was who Bob Montana based Veronica on, and as a model, that was cool. So that
Really?
was based on real
Wow.
people.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
you're amazing.
I did not know that.
I like this.
Play what's that famous Archie song?
Sugar, sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar, honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you.
That's fun.
Yeah.
All right, so we're still waiting for Mike to call in, or is he on the line?
Do you know that song was written for the Monkees,
No, you know what? I was just going to
Hey,
say,
with
that
the
sounds like a
monkeys.
monkey song.
and
What-
they turned it down. They didn't want it, and
They didn't want it.
No, they
were
wanted. They wanted
produced,
to start. They wanted
put
to start.
together-
They wanted to start writing their own stuff. They were tired of being a fake band. They wanted to be a real band.
They wanted to be a real
Don
band.
Kirshner said, well, I'll show them. And he said, I'll have somebody that's not even a band have a hit with it. And that was like the biggest hit of 1969.
And it was by the Archies.
And that was like the number, I believe that was the #1 song of 1969.
But was it by the Archie? Who did it?
Is it Ron Dante or I forget?
But did they call it the Archies?
It was the Archies, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a cartoon.
It was
that
from
had
the cartoon,
biggest
yeah.
hit of the year. Can you imagine? But
Yeah.
that was bubblegum music was huge.
Right?
Oh, someone's asking, where's Mike?
Where's
So
Mike?
Mike is out on the road doing a deal in California, and we're trying to get the technical of it for him to call in.
Yeah. Hopefully
Well,
that
the green
works.
label Hulk 181 is because the Marvel value stamp was cut out. That's why.
What is the value stamp anyway?
Well, there was this trick that they wanted you to do, and they sold a Marvel value stamp book, and then there was about 100 books that had
This one?
a stamp in it, like 1 to 100, and then you had to cut these stamps out of the letters page, and then you
yeah.
paste them into the book. And I have about 10 of these books, so I could actually probably supply Shannon the She-Devil was the stamp.
Oh.
Okay, let's. Mike is on the line. We have a caller. We have a winner.
Yay!
Yay.
So can I hear you, Mike? Hello, Mike Carbonaro.
I don't hear him.
I don't hear anything.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Hello? Hello, Mike.
Nope.
Come in.
You know what happened? Found a deal, he ran away.
Yep, he found a deal and he's
He's the
absconding from
king of
justice.
deals. He'll hang up on you in the
All right.
middle of a word.
Oh, maybe he'll be able to call
All
in a
right,
little
we're
while
trying to
later.
get this conversation going.
Well, we can hold up his picture while we're...
Yes, Sharon,
Good
hold up
idea.
that handsome picture of him.
I'm
He
digging
is
the
so
suit he's
adorable.
wearing.
I love the
actually.
suit too. It's amazing. We're
That's a great
waiting for
book.
Mike to call.
Where, I hear something.
I hear something.
There he is. Now, is that like a jean suit he's wearing?
It's great.
Okay, I'm going to get him on my phone since we're not getting this done, and we're at a.
Hello, Mike here
Hey, Mike, how are you?
in California. Hold on, wait. It's a hurricane. The first tornado hurricane in California.
Oh,
Whoa! I'm blowing in the wind. How is everybody? I'm so sorry I'm not there, but a big deal in Spain came up.
Whoa.
Well.
Wow, so you're going to fly out there and take care of that?
I'm on my way. I'm waiting for the plane to arrive so I can get on it. Yes. How
Wow.
is everything out there in TV land?
It's good. We
good.
miss you, you know. We miss your don't keep calmness.
We do miss you,
I
Mike.
miss you. I miss your money.
Yeah. I had to spend it with the show's producer. Oh, my God.
So what are you doing, man? Who's on the show? Who's rocking? You buy anything?
Yeah, I just bought a couple Jeter rookie chromes and a Whitey Ford and like 13 SP packs.
The Yankees, man, when they did like 10 World Series in 8 World Series in 10 years. Amazing.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm getting some-
absolutely incredible. I mean, the Yankees are beyond it.
That's when Yogi Berra was at his best, right?
The comic books. So yeah, man, I got a call this morning, and the lady is calling me from Spain, and I had met her dad in Detroit like years ago. And for some reason, I don't know why, so he liked dealing with me. He passed away, so now she's calling me to go out there to buy all the stuff.
Wow, cool.
Wow, that is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, those are the, for lack of a better phrase, all your collections out there, I want you to know before you go away, sell that shit stuff. At least you can enjoy the money.
See, there's people out there that get you and love you, Mike.
I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know.
Of course they
That's
do.
what they say. They like the money. Anyhow, cow. So yeah, man. So I did see Han Solo. It was a kids movie.
Yeah, my kids liked it. I could do a poll with my kids.
It's a kids movie.
Right?
But my favorite part was the poker game. When he cheated the first one, but he got it back at the end. That was my favorite part.
Right.
You know, but they should have gotten into it and told you what the game was, because I'm watching and I didn't understand it.
Yeah, but maybe it's like Klingon. They'll invent like what the rules are and what's Han Solo and Landau's poker game.
Star Trek.
But you know what?
You and I had a conversation as opposed to if you had to pick. I mean, Star Trek is so much more ethereal and interesting, introspective about the world of stuff.
Right?
You know,
I just said that. Yeah, I just said that myself. You know, its vision of the future, like, inspired so many people and scientists, and you know, all the, you know, how Star Trek changed the world. And then if you ask a Star Wars fan, hey, what's your favorite part about Star Wars? It's like, I like Chewbacca. I like Chewbacca.
Yeah, R2D2. You and I had a conversation, and we had a nice production meeting last week. We talked about adding a segment to our show called Robots, or Robot Minute kind of thing, because that is science fiction, it is picture. And I've got a video that we're going to put on next week that you didn't believe it yourself was actually truly a robot doing a backflip.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. No, I don't believe that. I think there's a really skinny person in that suit.
New York Magazine, the new article, I had sex with a robot.
No.
That's the article, and I started reading, and that's why I might be losing my girlfriend to a robot.
Oh, no way. That's a different show. I think that sex therapist show.
That's on after 10.
Is a different show.
Runs a little later.
You know what I didn't like, though? They kept showing the dice, and the whole, you know, lore of how he won the Millennium Falcon was in a dice game, you know, and then they changed it to poker, right? So that kind of bothered me.
Well, you know that so well. I mean, you know, we should actually, you know what? Why don't we do, like, you know in Blue Bloods, the TV movie, how they end it all with a dinner? Right? The dinner and the family gets around.
The which one?
Our episode should be a card game that we end, a card game that we all, everybody, all our guests, we have at the end of all our shows.
Well, I'm always in for that, you know. I'm always in to play poker, you know. I'm trying to keep one room clear at my new store to have a poker game. Did you hear that, Shannon?
You invited me. I have to get to your store. I'll have to get there and see it. I'll be back, but I'll be on the road for the 4 days, heading over to Europe. I can't wait.
Wow, well, Spain, you know, you'll fit right in there. You're a Mediterranean dude.
Yeah, exactly. So really, I mean, I was on the plane last night, but at the last minute I got the call, and I literally turned around so I could go back and deal with this. So again, I'll be there next week with bells on and deals and all kinds of things going on. So what's going on now? What do you got happening after this? Anybody else on? Or you got?
Yeah, we're going to feature Shannon as a cosplay girl and talk about her.
Nice. Cosplay it is. Yeah, I got a cosplay girl coming on next week. So we've got cosplay of the month we talked about, right?
Yeah, maybe we'll, you know, who wins cosplay of the week, and then the month, and then the year.
So
Ooh, and then we can give out a cool prize.
Yeah. And they'll win their own calendar.
We like prizes.
We'll produce a calendar of them all 12 months. How about that?
Well, you guys will get the pick.
I want to win that.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Mike.
We miss you,
We
Mike.
miss you.
All right. Yeah, well, all right. I love you guys, too. I love everybody out there. I'm so sorry to miss, but I'll come back with good
I'm Team Carbo today.
episode. I got all this stuff to sell you. I don't know what to do with it now.
Okay. Well, my money's waiting for you. The human ATM.
Great. Is the gun there? Did you bring the
We
gun?
found
Yeah,
Yep,
I found
we
the
got
gun.
money
I
out.
used it with fake money. I don't shoot real money except for you, so don't get jealous.
Okay. All right, great. Have a great show, guys. I'll see you all next week. And Excelsior, hail and farewell.
Okay.
Yay.
Excelsior. That's Mike Carbonaro calling in.
We miss Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Cheers, man. Feel good.
Give me a big half a minute. I got lots of conventions, but I want to tell everybody first. We just missed a big guest. I could say it's from Star Trek, but maybe not.
Okay.
All right.
That's awesome.
So that's good. We got hot. Yeah.
Ooh, Star Trek.
Real hot. And you know, the convention season, though, we're going to, next week's show, I think we're going to concentrate on the convention season because it's our Christmas, June, July, and August. You know, I mean, we've got the Heroes Con, there's an Eternal Con in Long Island, there's the San Diego Comic Convention, the Monster of It All, there's the Chicago Wizard Show, there's the National Baseball Show, which I'll be going to. Oh. We can have me sell the baseball stuff you just bought for top dollar at the show.
Yeah, cool. I got some stuff for you.
Yeah, for sure. That's good. I think I'm getting a table at that one. It's going to be in Cleveland this year. So, and I'm going on a big deal this weekend when I get back to New York or early next week down south. So I'll let you know, Golden Age. All right, guys. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
All right, second goodbye. And goodbye again.
Goodbye.
Hail and farewell. Okay, I'm hanging up this time.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, cool. So that was Mike Carbonaro checking in, saying he's busy out on the West Coast and then flying to Europe for a deal. That's a switch. I haven't been to Europe since I came back from Milan in 1991, and guess who I met?
Uber model.
She walked in my front door, so I never left. I never went back to Europe.
Yeah.
She kept me settled down, and then having kids and all the responsibility and all the lost hair, and that's
all
how.
the fun too. Come on.
Well, there's one thing we wanted to do, since Mike isn't here, and everybody can get a word in edgewise. Is we have a interview with Mark Teixeira. Now, I don't know how to say his name. Teixeira. I'm going to have to ask him. So I have something that's what's in the box, but it's a folder. As we're going to queue up that Mark Teixeira interview.
Uh-oh, we might need a...
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, so what's in this?
Oh, he ripped it in half. Yay!
Come on.
So, and don't bend it.
Know how to open
don't
these
do it.
things.
Don't do it.
Oh, don't do it.
Look. Look what I got.
Man.
Whoa.
Look what I just got in.
What is it?
It's a Mark Teixeira Punisher cover.
Get it all the way out of there. We need a...
Yeah. I hope you tell me that later.
That's the 10 o'clock show.
I need a knife.
I got it.
Okay, you got it?
All right.
I got it.
She's got nails.
Expert opener.
Cool.
This
Whoa,
is so
look at the-
cool.
There's something on the back.
It's a double.
So this is
I
a
love it when they
Punisher
draw on the
Nightmares
back.
cover by Mark Teixeira. It's actually got his phone number and his email on it if you want to call him. Maybe I should hide that.
867-5309.
No, maybe I should hide that. But anyway, it's a cool Punisher cover.
67530.
And do we have that interview punched up?
Here's the back. You got to see the back too. It's interesting when they draw on the back. I love it.
6753009. 6753009.
Okay, so oh, that's a cool sketch on the back too.
Right?
He does a painted cover that took a week of his life, and then he does a 10-second sketch on the back. Who knew?
That's fun.
That's
cool.
fun. But that's
That's a beauty.
me smiling. The Punisher smile.
Can I see
Okay,
that?
so
Wait a minute. I want to see that.
what's cool about this job is I get to talk to some of my favorite artists, and Mark Teixeira is one of them. So here's us at the East Coast Comic Con that put on by Cliff Galbraith.
Oh, you do your interviews? What's going on here? Are you the spokes?
She's the spokesmodel, yeah, for my show.
For the show? Oh.
Beep.
What? You're just like showing her stuff?
Yeah, especially these canvases.
I don't know if I appreciate
Really, it's on
another
canvases?
man showing his stuff to my wife. What's going on here?
No, I'm just talking about canvases and paint.
Now, did you actually paint that on this canvas?
Yeah. No tracing. Straight from the
Wow,
screen.
no tracing.
No tracing. I'm not tracing.
No white boxing.
No tracing at all here.
So now
no
that you've
cut. No
actually
paint by
put
numbers.
paint on canvas, that you are a card-carrying member of the Artist Society.
Well, you know, I'm a member of the Society of Illustrators and a student of the Art Students League in New York, and proud attendee of the School of Visual Arts, as well as the High School of Art Design, where Neil Adams and Dick Giordano and many other great comic book illustrators attended high school at. So, you know, I love going to these halls and having been part of certain parts of history, you know. And being a New York artist, I appreciate, you know, the art that comes out of it. There's like John Singer Sargent, and there's like so many New York, they call them Hudson School.
The Hudson Valley School.
Yeah, they're great painters. So.
And there's N.C. Wyatt's up there, right?
Yeah,
and
NC's more in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia.
But
that's
in the cartoonist, I don't need that.
Oh, that's the Art Society of Illustrators. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
but
yes.
They
yes.
have an N.C. Wyatt up
Yes,
there,
yeah.
Robin Hood.
They have a Norman
right?
Rockwell on a
the
wagon,
stagecoach.
and
On the stagecoach.
Tom Hanks offered him $1 million. They turned it down. I go, no. This Norman Rockwell is the only one we have, and we're not.
And it's just some innocuous stagecoach scene, right?
It's
I think
giant, though. It's large.
I know, it's
like
big,
bigger
yeah.
than life.
But
It's
it was like
beautiful.
a story illustration from the maybe late 30s, maybe.
Easily in the earlier 30s, yeah, easily that sort of era, yeah.
But that N.C. Wyatt Robin Hood one is like probably my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's the NCY stuff. Yeah. Now those hang at the Brandywine in Pennsylvania, and I go there like every 5 or 10 years, and they
Doesn't
have
the Cartoonist Society
Max
have that?
Gilbert- No.
Where did I see that?
You gotta go. Well, they're traveling shows, but their original shows, those stay permanently, and they move around occasionally, but those stay permanently at the Brandywine, which is somewhere near East Stroudsburg. I don't know if you guys been to that part.
No, yeah.
And then I tend to go up to upstate New York to see the Norman Rockwell Museum up in.
The Fort Freedom Museum.
Yeah, yes.
I sat there and cried one day.
I looked at these. I don't think I'll ever paint like this. These are giant. These are. Oh, they're wonderful. I said these are going to be godlike of it, because eventually in the digital world, people are going to forget how to paint. I go, you mean a man actually painted this? Like, you know what I mean?
Now, do you know the history of those? That
Yeah,
was
there
an
was a
actual
war.
commercial job,
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
For
an insurance firm or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I know it was a commercial job.
It's based on a speech by the president, because he was trying to empower the nation about like freedom of speech and freedom of fear and freedom of want. Like, let's become better than we are, you know?
It's freedom.
Really inspiring.
But the most famous one is the Thanksgiving.
Oh!
So, and that's
yeah, but then it's the black.
From want.
Yeah, but then it's the but then it's the African girl who's being led by the FBI, and there's tomato stains because it's the first black girl in Alabama that went to a white school.
Right,
so he's capturing like history. These are wonderful, and they're all up there. It's upstate. Stockbridge, Mass.
Yeah,
yes.
Stockbridge.
It's the first 3 exits after the New York interstate, and then you get on the Stockbridge. It's the furthest
Mark
west.
Teixeira, Human GPS.
Love it. Love these museums. And then I go to France. I go to Musée d'Orsay, the Louvre.
Oh my God, the
and then I
d'Orsay's
go
my favorite museum on earth.
all the Orientalist
Why?
paintings. Well, they got Eng. They got these giant head notes, like cutting people's heads off, and like just beautiful works
But
of
what I
art.
love about that is when you sit in the main auditorium and it's a converted train station and it's all natural light.
Yes.
It's
Pouring
just
in. Yes.
There's
yes.
no other museum in the world like it where you can see these things in natural light.
Yes.
And those statues, the Rodin statues in that main plaza auditorium. Just the most. I sat there and would just sketch those when I was a kid.
It's funny.
And I was in Paris.
You're such an appreciator. You're not an artist, but you appreciate it.
No, I was. I was a photographer. I was a visual artist. I was a commercial artist.
No, to hear coming from somebody who doesn't paint, it's like, wow, that's amazing. Because to me, it's an obsession. My wife thinks, oh, you think about art? Yes, I can't take it.
That's awesome.
My mother said, I first get my check at 19 from Marvel, and she goes, wait, they're paying you to draw? After all the pain in the ass, all the teachers, he doesn't do his homework, all he does is draw since first grade. And he goes, thank you, Mom, you finally got it. I always wanted to be an artist. Finally, yeah.
So you stopped taking lessons at 19?
No, I drew from nude models and and
Figure
painting
study
classes with David LaFell and Max Ginsberg. These are a lot of like traditional New York artists, and I still talk to them. And some have died and passed away, and some are still here. And longly I talk.
But that's
to
cool. You started in Marvel when you were a kid.
Yeah, but they think of me as a painter who went into comics, and most people think of me as comic book guys trying to paint. I go, no, I came from like a traditional academic approach. And then I go, well, you know, I'm not known at 19. Let me do comics for a while. And then when I got enough money, let me get back to painting, you know. Working from life, no photographs, just like whatever I saw.
Doing any personal work, painting-wise?
Well, this is my launch about a couple of months, is just painting from whatever I see in front of me. But I knew that I had to start commercially, and then eventually it's going to be nudes and landscapes and whatever else I like. If I come up with an image, I go, I got to paint this, you know. And there's certain things you want to paint as an artist, like the hanging of Christ. You want to do your own interpretation.
I did that.
You know,
When
or
I
the
was
kiss.
painting, I did that.
Or
yes.
the kiss. It's always a famous theme, and Klimt came up with that. And so, or I don't know if you know Jerome.
I've actually hung out at the Vienna Museum, the Vienna
there.
National
giant.
Museum.
It's so beautiful.
And they have 2 artists there.
So
no, 3.
Klimt?
They have Klimt, Egon Schiele, and Bosch.
See, I don't know.
The
Bosch. I
no,
got the 2 out of 3.
Visions of Hell. That guy with
those
people
crazy, weird, psychotic drawings. I think he lost his
the Tower
damn
of Babel.
mind. Yeah.
Vision, the Hell.
Yeah, that's where you get
those
Robert.
ones.
That's where you get Robert Crumb.
And those are the size of your wall in your house.
See, I go to the Rijks when I go to Amsterdam. I stare at the Night Watch, and this thing's bigger than this entire thing, and one man painted.
There's a really cool
50
story.
figures. Like, I'll never do this.
There's a really cool story about the Klimt masterpieces, right? So those were Austrian royalties.
Yes.
They were commissions. That again was commission work. That's how these guys made a living.
Yes.
Now he painted those. He painted the Duke and Duchess of Vienna.
Yes.
Nude.
Yes.
And they were like, wait a minute, we can't have that out there. So they made him.
Imagine doing Trump nude. That would be crazy.
No, but they made
I
him
got the biggest dick in the world. The ever fingers ever.
But they made him go back in and cover that with the gold leaf stuff. And that became his famous masterpiece, the Kiss with the gold leaf. They're covered with a shroud of gold leaf textures. And
You know how
that's
expensive it
what's
is to
so
get
famous about those paintings.
20K gold leaf. Each sheet costs you like $20 to $30. You do the whole painting, like just gold alone will cost you over several $1,000s.
That's a great story to know. It's like that they were not conceptualized originally like that. He had to redo them. He had to cover them up because they were commissions.
That's interesting because Goya, he did a painting, but if you put light through it, they're all naked. But if you leave the light, then you can see them clothed. So there's a certain way of lighting them. You actually see what's going on behind. So it's so Goya did that too, way back in the Spanish, because they had the Spanish Inquisition. You weren't allowed to draw nudity. It was a very strict Catholic,
censorship and standards from the church, from the overzealous church.
Well, the thing is, they were overrun by Arabics and all other things, and Spain wanted to have clean. They wanted to clean out everybody and just go back to a Spanish rule. And back then, they kind of ruled the world back then, until the French had enough of it. Then they came in there, and there was a big invasion. It was lots of great history.
So let's get to something current. You're known as a Ghost Rider guy, and you have a Ghost Rider portrait here, and you're asking $600 on it, and then you have a Black Panther
on canvas, acrylic on canvas.
And so what can we do on a couple pieces like this?
I'm asking anywhere from $700 to $800 for this, but I can do 5 and I can do 4 for you. For me? Oh. But I want I want favors in not in trade so much, but in discounts down the road. I mean, I'm willing to give them up and then get your nice
discount.
Yeah, once in a while.
Then you're gonna hit me up for a Frazetta or Kirby.
No, just
one of the all-time legends.
Just some niceties, just some because I'm gonna be in the industry forever. I started when I was 18. I'm 56 now, and I plan to live.
56?
Yeah.
Wow, you're older than me.
Yeah, I'm an old man. No, I'm doing 100 pushes a day. Screw that.
Well, in a couple years, we're going to look very similar, I think.
I think you're the most head. Look at that chin. Look at that chin.
That's why she married me, it was this chin.
It is. That's what makes it crazy about Batman. You got a Ben Affleck chin, and there's nobody in Gotham who has a chin like that. They go, come on, there's like 4 guys with a chin like that. It's like, this guy,
Ben
or you.
Affleck, Anthony Snyder, in that order.
And there's some other guy who's like, you know. So
Kirk
how many
Douglas.
guys with a chin like that, you know?
Kirk Douglas and Dudley Do-Right from the cartoon.
Yes. Oh, Gaston, how I love the poisson. The poisson, yes.
No one's got a chin like Gaston. That's cool. Mark, it's a pleasure talking to you. You're great. I always say you're full of personality, if not talent.
Love my work. I never had a job in 50-something years. This is my career. My mother's always going, why don't you get a real job? I go, this is my life.
Like we were talking about. Awesome. So that's Mark Teixeira, and we're Be Terrific. Oh, so we're back.
We're back.
We're back with Yoda Mike.
We have a guest, special guest star.
I guessed I am.
So yeah, I'm glad you made it from Tatooine, right?
No.
No?
No.
That's not where you're from. Where's your swamp planet from?
Dagobah.
Oh, Dagobah, yeah.
Went to Dagobah.
Go to Dagobah. Now, do you collect anything on Dagobah?
Rocks.
Rocks. Oh, okay. Looking for someone.
Someone you found?
Oh, someone you found. Now, yeah, I noticed that in your little hovel that you live on, why do so many Jedi masters end up, hobos in a hovel?
The dark side.
Oh, okay. So you're being pursued by evildoers and you have to hide out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So when you go ghost power, but what happens when you go ghost power?
See all of time, I do.
Oh, okay.
See all of time.
Oh, see all of time. That's cool. So you're 900 years old, Yoda. How many? You haven't collected anything? Like 900 years old.
Knowledge I have.
Oh, knowledge. Wow, that's cool. So you collect knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So why did that guy go into the Padawan village and kill them all?
The dark side.
Oh no, it's that dang dark side. Well, anyway, guess what? I have a friend here that has your friends from your little hovel on Dagobah, and she's going to come in and we're going to reunite you with your friends.
One of your pets.
One from your pets. Here we have Shannon Miller, Cosplay Queen.
Shannon.
Yay, Shannon.
A snake this is.
That's her friend from Dagobah.
Slide over there.
Thanks for coming in.
Yay.
Awesome costume.
Thank you so much. Really incredible. How long did it take you to make this?
This one actually was probably my fastest, and I worked on it in the car on the way to San Diego last
Oh my
year.
God.
I did a lot of the stitching on the car ride there.
It's
instead of
very
like.
authentic.
Oh yeah,
It's
now I
really
remember.
cool. Yeah, I sat in the back and was like sewing and kept getting car sick while I was sewing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Yeah, or one of the kids can grab him off.
Escaping
I'm sure
it is.
Jameson would be very happy to look at him. He's
No, cool.
Coming
He's
over
like,
to see
that's Yoda's friend. I remember the original action figure came with a snake
It
that
did.
was wrapped,
it did.
right?
I remember
Yes,
that.
A little
I had that.
a brown
I had that
snake,
figure
I
when
think.
I was
He had a
kid.
little snake. Always like.
That's
he's
cool.
really
It
cute.
is a climbing thing. No, so it took, I'd say with all the, doing a lot of the sewing in the car and stuff, it probably took me about a week. I mean, the suit itself, this was the second, suit that I had done, so it went a lot faster than the first one did. My first one was, Spider-Woman, and that one had all the detail on the front that I had to sew to the suit and not do it by hand. So it was a little more difficult, but this one went fairly fast because it was just like one piece that you just sewed stuff onto. The cowl took a little bit of time.
I bet.
Yeah,
That's,
figuring
the
that out.
ears look really
They're
amazing.
cardboard.
Oh.
inside of I'm stuck. There it is. Inside of the fabric, and then it's sewn on individually.
How'd you do the thing? The
All right,
claws?
so those are stuck.
Somebody just said that looks like a real snake. Duh.
It is.
It's a real snake.
Shannon actually collects snakes. What do you?
Yeah, one of the
snake?
things I collect. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Toys, the comics, and then snakes.
Should I?
Broken
It's
hearts.
fine. Yeah, sure. So the oh my gosh, could you pull my cowl down some?
Sure.
Right, like just these bottom.
Those
parts.
pesky cows.
Yeah.
Pesky
There we
cows.
go. I can see again.
Yay.
Okay, perfect. So they're like craft store rings that are blank. So they have
Craft store rings.
like it's
Oh,
just
I
a
see.
blank top.
Okay.
And those barrette clips. Everyone can see my
Oh, show it to that
that
camera.
one.
They
There
can-
it is. There we go.
Where do you get your nails done? They're so nice.
So they're the barrette clips that you would like
Yeah,
press
those-
the little thing and the latch slaps down.
Yep.
I took the latch off of a bunch of them and did that, and then silver wire
That's
and
really smart.
And hot glue,
Really
and then I
cool.
did the gloves myself. Other than
Nice.
everything's
What
in
inspired you, and tell me about?
Well, this is the Catwoman from Batman Returns, and it's the Tim Burton movies, and I've always loved Tim Burton and Batman,
too.
and Catwoman's always been one of my favorites. So this was just something that it was a goal costume of mine. The other one was like the classic Harley Quinn, and now that's ticked off too. So I got to find a new goal.
I love your Harley Quinn also.
I know it
That's
was
a really
between
good
like this and that Harley to wear, because that one's one of my favorites right now. He's
okay?
all good.
Snake's okay.
I can see him poking out underneath Yoda's wig.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's sticking his head out. He's good.
That's funny.
I say until he reaches the floor, he's fine. And then it's like all hands on deck, because then he might try to roll out.
Nice. Are you working on a new one?
Right now I'm working on Batgirl. I'm not sure what era to call it. It's the blue and gray one, where she's got the yellow emblem with blue cowl, blue cape, and then the gray suit,
I
yellow
like
boots.
that.
So that's the one
gray
I'm doing
one.
next. I need to figure out if I'm gonna do a fabric cowl or move on to a rubber or something and try to figure out like sculpting and stuff.
Oh, like you
yeah.
have to get a mold or something?
I'm deciding on if I'm gonna do that or if I'm gonna actually just do it out of fabric like I did this one. If I can figure it out and do it in rubber, then I'll do probably this cowl over and make it a rubberized version instead of the fabric, since it wants to poke me in the eye all the time.
Yeah. Ah. Oh, I can't wait to see that one. It's gonna be
I haven't done Captain Marvel, but I did do Miss Marvel, so I actually already have that done.
good. Oh, very nice.
Join John D. the Beard Man and play video games? I know, I'll come play video games in costume with you guys.
It's $100 an hour.
What is it?
What did they say? Oh.
Oh, I put it on. So there's a Velcro piece right here, and then there's a zipper in the back, and then this part is separate and comes off, it's in the front. And then I have the shoes slide up off and on. Like
And you made the shoe covers too, right?
I did. I made the boot covers. Everything's attached. I took old Wonder Woman boots that I was never going to use because I didn't like the style of them, and put the covers over them and glued everything to it. So it's like a flimsy boot now.
Very creative. What was your first ever costume that you made?
Oh, well, let's talk about that.
Yeah, the first one I ever made, like from scratch, was Supergirl, and I did that.
Oh, okay.
What?
Well, I thought the Hell Girl when we met. I was like, hey,
no.
you want a job? Hell Girl. Hey, Hell Girl, you want a job?
That was
And
probably
you,
like
you actually circled back.
that
and,
was probably like the 5th costume I'd done actually.
Okay.
Because that was my second show, but I did full costume, a different costume every day for the previous show, and then that one I did two different costumes. So that was about the 5th costume I'd ever done, but the first costume I ever made by hand, did everything, was Supergirl. That one though, I bought all the pieces for, and then
The Hell Girl?
spent 2 hours painting myself red.
Yeah, red. And I remember you showed up, and then I said, hey, why don't you come up to New York Comic Con and help? And you showed up as Hell Girl the first day, right?
Yes.
Right, yeah.
So everyone knew who I was.
Then the second day you showed up as somebody else, and I'm like, who are you? You're not red.
Are you trying to get paid here?
Huh?
Who are you? What do you want?
Yeah.
So every day I came in a different costume every day and had to reintroduce myself every day. Like, I came back, it's me again, yeah.
Yes, have you ever been in a contest?
Not yet. No, because I work
You
all the
would
shows.
win. You would win.
Yeah, the problem is that I can't let her go from
Yeah,
from
it's like a
working at the
2-hour
show.
deal, so it's hard.
You have to go to pre-screening, so big ones,
There's,
and
there's
like,
all the sign up and
it's an all-day thing for people that are really trying to be
participating.
Participating. Yeah, so that's
it's a very big time commitment, especially when I'm working. So it's a little harder to do.
You got to sell some
stuff.
Yeah, that's it. That's the
Sell
word.
a couple things.
Sell some stuff. Yep.
That's what we gotta do. We gotta sell stuff.
I bet it's a lot harder selling stuff in a costume than
No,
because
because people want to hang out and talk.
Okay. They don't bug
Yeah,
you
but those
and
are the
just
people that don't
hang
spend money.
out.
That's my
No, how many times it's like big spender people come and you give me to them to talk to?
Well, I don't know. Okay. Hey, speaking of classic Harley, do you like this version of Harley?
I do. I like the Frank Cho stuff.
Yeah, this is a Frank Cho published cover that
And
just
I love
came
the
in
dog so much.
from your favorite customer of mine, John Dalmatian.
I love John.
Girl, hold it over here to the camera.
John Dalmanian.
Dalmayan.
Who is going to actually
He's gonna host us, isn't he?
Yeah, we're going to do a pop-up show at his store in Las Vegas, Torpedo Comics, and we'll announce that date. That'll be right before San Diego Con, on our way there. And so what is that? Early July, I guess,
Isn't
right?
it first or second week of July?
Yeah, we got to figure that out, and we'll be announcing that date. So John, was a rock star, literally, from System of the Down.
Yeah.
And he loves comics, and he opened his own store, and he's, taken the world of comics by storm. I mean, he's got the best comics set up in the world at shows, and he's, I haven't been to his store yet, but I'm sure he's doing his store the best as possible. And I'm doing art deals with him, and comic deals, so we do a lot of business, and Mike's getting along with him really well, and they want to write a song together, so that's really
gonna be
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
Very
Yay.
Cool. Yippee.
So, Shannon, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Yay!
If
So this
this
is
were a
our,
contest,
this
you would
is
win.
like Sharon's cosplay corner or something like that. And we're going to do
Yeah,
this every
exactly,
week. We're going to do this every week with a different cosplayer. So if you're a
Or every
cosplayer
month.
and want to be
We'll
featured
see.
on the show, let us know. And thanks. Now you can get back to work too.
Skedaddle.
Get back to that store. Set that store
Back
up.
to the store.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Good
I'm gonna
Yay!
take a Yoda snake, yeah. Come on,
Yoda snake.
Oh,
No!
and the wig.
We're taking it!
My hair
Yoda, where did your hair go?
Lucian
Away?
took it.
Now you look like Mike's dad.
Yeah.
Mike's dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Oh, here comes the hair.
There goes the hair.
There we
Back
go.
on.
Much better.
So one of the things I'm going to do next week too,
Return to
we're
task.
going to have in the next week or two a guy that deals in commodities. So this is some of the stuff that I like to buy too. I don't just buy comics and artwork, and here's a what's in the box.
A lot of fun stuff in that box.
What's in the box?
Yeah. I got gold, I got silver, I like that commercial where they just found a bag of mint condition U.S. mint silver dollars, and then it dumped it out.
And then it's not mint anymore.
So what's in the box? Silver and gold, baby. So we're when Mike's back, we're going to deal with what's better, gold,
What's in the envelope?
Golden Age comics, silver,
Coins.
Silver Age comics. We're going to compare the investment values of these, and we're going to have an actual commodities trader in. So he's going to tell us about, what you know, what did you have to be involved in to achieve like 30% margin in the past 3 years of good comic books? I mean, I have statistics on Spider-Man 1, and if you invested in Spider-Man 1 in the past couple years, you got a 50% return on your money by grade. This is called graded price analysis, and this is how we track comic books and graded comic books. And what I mean by graded comic books is these are the CGC graded like this. This is a 9.4. It's the first Punisher. So that's cool. Now what you need to show is these good.
What do I need to show?
This is a good one. That's the good one.
That is so shiny.
Wow. Now, why is that shiny? Because it's a.
Oh, it's blinding.
It's a proof. It's a proof Walking Liberty gold piece. It's an ounce of gold. And I got this from a guy who let it. Actually, it's this thing's all ruined because it got soaked in Hurricane Sandy. But he found it afterwards, and there's mold everywhere and all that stuff. But
yeesh.
Gold, silver, you know, this is what's called a Bronze Age comic. It's a Bronze Age key. It's the first Punisher, and it's in really, really nice condition. It graded a 9.4, and the best you're ever going to get is a 9.8. So it's only a couple points off of being the best you can. So we're gonna
Spider-Man the Punisher.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna have some more guests. We're gonna have some more artists. And we're gonna talk about that investment quality stuff. And Chris, you want to take us out again?
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Oh, all right. I didn't know.
I didn't either.
I didn't know.
Me either. Here we go.
Spider-Man, Carbo Man, do whatever a dealer can. Spin a deal any size. You have good stuff, they will buy. Look out, here come the dealer man.
Oh, the deals, right?
Comic art, comic books too. They got lots of collectibles, old and new. At the shop or a show or two, got stuff to sell, they'll come to you. Hey there goes Dealer Man.
Oh yeah!
It's a thrill to buy, all neat stuff day or night. The expertise is high, and the price is just right. Spider-Man, Carbo Man, friendly neighborhood dealer man. Got the comics you're looking for, make you happy is their reward each day. You never know what sprang up, comics and art to hang up. Snyder and Carbo Man.
I love that because I helped Chris write that, and I love it because it was my idea. You know, so I want to take full credit for it, but you know, he's the musician.
And he taught me how to play the guitar, too.
Yeah, yeah, back in 1974.
Two.
Okay. So anyway, so you don't not get Mike at all on the show. We're going to have some deals from the Comic Art show a couple weeks ago that we did at the show. So we're going to have some transactions we did at the show. So there's about 15 minutes of that they're going to put on at the end of this. And then we'll see you next week. Same bat channel.
Same bat time. Woo!
Now be terrific. That's the motto of this network. You know, we try to be terrific at what we do, and we appreciate you watching and hope you think we're terrific too.
Thank you, everybody.
Excelsior!
Would we want to make him an offer on this? No?
$100.
No, that's all?
Yeah.
The sketch?
It's a little tiny. Oh, where's the bigger one?
Right there.
Oh, that's better. I didn't see that one. $400.
Gave me like terror on my life.
You might have a deal.
No, I was scared.
You might have a deal?
It's a little crazy sometimes.
We're partners, so you.
He's a cash buyer. Yeah. I couldn't pay more than that. He's the top dollar on that. That's pretty crazy. I do the $50 on the records. Yeah.
How much you want on this?
Well, when I bought it, it was 150.
It was 150?
So I bought this back in the 70s, so I figured it's appreciated.
When you were
quite a bit.
5 years old?
No, no.
You were 5 years old buying that kind of stuff?
Was this at the Phil Seuling conventions? The July 4th Phil Seuling con?
San Diego con.
Really?
Russ Cochran.
Just keep it steady.
What were you doing in San Diego in the
Harvey
70s?
can find a bunch of stuff.
I didn't even go there. I stayed in New York until 1980 something. Yeah.
Well, I'm from Arizona.
Oh, really? Did you fly into the show today?
No, I live in Long Island now.
Okay, but what's your happy time price on this?
I don't know, because I haven't seen too many of these available, so I think...
Well, there's one for every one he ever did.
Yeah. No, I mean other chapters. I haven't seen.
I know, but that's chapter 53, so we know there's at least 53 of them out there.
Right.
How many little Annie Fanny chapters were there? I would have to look that up.
Well, wouldn't that be in here?
No, I don't think it's...
No, that was a standalone.
Oh, okay.
That's why that, Raw, that's like a $50 thing.
Right.
People buy those, so they like them, because this was the only place where that
Why are
material.
these important? Is this a special artist?
Clay Collins, he had a comic strip.
Clay Collins, how interesting.
And these were educational things that he did.
Now, are these the
We
layouts?
like our education through the comic books.
Huh?
This one.
In the layouts? What do you mean?
How much?
Oh, I don't know. I was going to put it up for auction.
Is that worth as much as this? Is that 400 or no? Or
I
more?
think this is worth
Probably a little more.
original.
Probably more, right?
Original,
Yeah.
How about this much?
Anthony, be specific with the man. He's being serious. Okay.
Well, I like this.
What about 1,000 for this and this? That the records are separate.
What? Well, maybe you like Kurtzman.
We're in a holding pattern here. Circling the airport.
Oh, those mad, I know what you're going to pull out. You're going to pull out a mad cover.
Why don't wait. Let's see if we can close this first, and then.
Well, he's looking for another Kurtzman thing.
No, these are original.
Oh.
This is the whole sequence. Okay. Harvey did some thumbnails.
Yeah,
okay?
thumbnails. And then what?
He picked this one. Okay. So he did a bigger sketch.
Okay.
This is rough. Then he put a tissue over it.
Will Mr. Bend over please come to the front of the office?
We find it.
Okay. Yeah, this is the different stages.
So then he signed this one. Then we find it again. And this is the finish.
Finished product. That is definitely a finished product.
Okay.
It could be a finished. I like the shoes. Perfectly evocative of the late 60s.
Okay.
6 pages here, 6 tissues.
What are you thinking on that?
Well, that's why I went to Heritage to see what it would go for.
What did they tell you?
Oh, well, he couldn't tell me anything.
Well, why don't you keep that separate? Why don't you separate your things?
We could do a deal on all 3 of these.
Yeah, would you consider that? What's your first name, by the way?
Alex.
Hi, Alex.
I'm Anthony.
So you're Anthony?
Anthony's comic book art? Yeah. Anthony Snyder, yes.
Glad to meet you.
Glad to meet you, sir. Very nice to meet you.
Can I look at this?
Oh, it's just a list of what I draw.
Flow Park.
What?
I used to live there, Tulip Avenue, when I was a kid.
Were we close on this?
What was it? You said
1,000.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Okay. And with this?
I don't know. I think this is worth.
How about 2,000 for everything? Cash. What do you think? 21?
Yeah.
21? 21? Good job. Here's 1,000. Here's 1. This is our reality show.
We'd have to. Why don't you, if you have other stuff, come on our TV show and sell it to us. That'd be great. Come on the TV. Everybody come on the TV show and sell us everything you got.
There you go. 2,100.
With him on the show.
Okay, now what?
The record's part of that?
No.
No, I knew he was going to say that. That's horrible.
How much are the records? Like 50 bucks?
50 bucks, yeah.
Try to leave those flat. Let them unroll and then.
I got him. Let it go.
You want to make it 60 with the portfolio?
Now, are these layout?
I help put the deal together for you there.
No, these were distributed to school.
Okay.
I think they pinned up.
Any other originals in here? That's it? We got your best stuff? Okay.
We'll talk more to
Well, we didn't look at the posters. Do you want to show us the posters? Well, what's that page? Can I see the page? Is that
Where's my records? Let me see those records. I want to show you what I bought.
Guy Caldwell? No, Jamie Hernandez.
Hold on here. Let's see.
What do you want for this?
Hey.
His stuff is appreciated a lot. As far as I can tell, so I wanted to put it up for auction.
I love sealed
to get a lot of offers.
Okay.
Nobody's played with them.
So what's the range on it? Would you sell it for $500?
I don't know. What I buy is what I collect.
No? Am I in the range? I've never really had much of his stuff.
Who's that?
Jamie Hernandez.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right.
Now, what is this? Love and Rockets?
Yeah. Any art to sell? Or what do you
Wow.
And besides, I bought it.
Yeah. Network. What do you networking about? What do you got? What are you doing? A writer?
So what do you?
I write checks.
What do you think it's worth?
Yeah. Really, Mike? What's your first name?
I think a few years ago they were going in like the $500
Now he's on the
range.
guest list. He's on the official.
And now, since there's a limited number, I thought it was going to go a lot more.
Wasn't that a great story?
So you think it's worth $1,000?
Potentially,
You
yeah.
pick up your new comic books.
How about $700 for me since I spent the other money?
Well,
all right. We got a TV show now.
Part of the goal for me was
So what are you networking? What do you do?
I was trying to get enough money because my son's in college now.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted to go to Heritage.
I've actually put a lot of kids through college from people selling their comic collections and their art collections.
Yeah, I'm in that stage now where I need to start looking through my stuff. And,
Okay.
I'm a little weak on this category, but I'll go 800. How's that?
Those were good days. Did you save any
I think I'm
comics?
gonna,
You still got any stuff?
hold on.
I can appraise
What are you holding on for?
or whatever.
Well, I think there's more potential in an auction where we get a lot of people interested in the stuff.
Whatever you need. Okay? I'd love to talk to you.
How about $1,000?
Cheers, Johan. Listen, you're on the guest list for Big Apple.
That's what you think it's worth. I'm going to pay, and then I'm going to take the risk.
He did spend a lot of money with you, but that's up to you.
And I'm giving him what I think is full retail for this now, but he's like, I think it might have an upside.
I like my sealed records. I'm very happy. Ronnie, come have a seat, Doug. Let Ronnie sit down. Come on. What'd you buy? Oh, you bought a Joe Palooka you want. Great. Excellent. All right, I'm heading out, guys. Good luck. You guys work out whatever you got to do.
Thank you.
$50 from Ronnie Page.
1,000.
Okay.
Yep, 1,000.
Okay.
Okay, cool. How's that? Thank you, sir. I need to get your information. You have anything else you need to put your kids through school with? I like putting kids through school. I've had 4 of them.
I've got your card. When the next next fall term starts, maybe I'll get in touch with you.
Well, can I get your information? We can keep in touch a little bit. So what's cool about this is a mass-produced Playboy featured book, but it's signed and leaping lizards, and it has a sketch with boobies. Yay, boobies! Because this was published in Playboy, and so this is a layouts and multi-stage progression of like a poster he did. Let me show you again. So you have this stage, this stage, this stage, that stage. All right, I'm doing something.
Who was the impetus in helping create this business that you just did?
Mr. Mike Carbonaro.
Are you interested in this?
Dun-dun-dun.
He's at 700. It's the Maginot thing. He'd probably take 5 or 6.
No, this is an indie piece of crap that's not even like Marvel, DC.
Don't
This is
downgrade the art.
This is indie stuff.
But just because it's indie, that's indie too. Jamie, your name, that's indie.
I would want to.
Love and Rockets?
Yes. So he's looking it up what they can go for. I don't know.
Oh, you didn't make the deal yet?
No, I bought it.
Oh, okay.
I gave him $1,000 for it.
Okay. There you go.
So.
Well, we might be even with my 300 now.
How about 200?
We might be even now. Let's see what that goes for. That might be even. So just no, you're not interested.
No.
Okay.
No interest. So, and then this is what's really cool. Because these were stories in Playboy, like 5 or 6 page stories. So, this is his art. He's laying it out. His art layouts of the story. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 pages. They were usually 5 or 6 pages. Oh, cool, color guides. So it has the color guides with it. So this has the prelims before he did his finished bigger pages and the color guides. So I value this about $2,500. Maybe more. Maybe 3,000 on this. 500 on the sketch. So that's cool.